2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, their season has been sensational in so many ways up to this point. They own the second-best record in the Western Conference. Tonight, two teams that have had great success, the kind of battle that could have future ramifications. Kenny, these teams may have to play each other again down the road in the playoffs. How can they set the tone here?
Oh, send a message. Even if you got to write it and give it to the ball boy to take down to the other bench, you send that message that we're here to play, and this is how it's going to be today, tomorrow, and in the future.
And as a player, you look forward to these matchups, Ernie, because as a team, you learn where you guys stand against the best.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
I never want to waste your time. My life, so precious. Is yours, is mine. Hey, look at the time. My God, so precious. Is yours, is mine.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Take a look at the Warriors. 6 games off the lead. They're most definitely in the thick of things.
And coming off their championship last season, that success, I believe, carried right over into this one. They played at a high level all year long and stand poised to make another run at the title.
Certainly looks that way, Greg. I mean, some teams go through a little bit of a malaise or a hangover after a championship. Not these guys. They've had a terrific year.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, the Warriors are one of the best offensive teams in the league, and Steve Kerr talks about his offensive philosophy often. He said, I believe unequivocally as a coach, and I believed it as a player, that the ball has to move. When the ball stops, the game stops. And I don't think you can win at the highest level by playing too much one-on-one. Kevin?
Thanks for that, D.A. And the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. And it should be a high-paced game tonight as both of these teams, Clark, thrive in the open floor. So with that being said, what makes these teams so good on the break?
Well, you're right, Kevin. They do thrive in the open court. Excellent transition teams because they push the ball and they really have a conscious effort to run the floor at every opportunity. That's what makes fast break teams hard to beat, is because they're running all the time. And that doesn't give your defense a lot of time to set up.
And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Green. Thompson's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Warriors. Now Golden State's starting 5. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters at the 2 and the 3.
Oh, man. You know, you got to give it up for Oladipo being able to maintain his poise and not letting the contact bother him. That's good concentration.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him.
That athlete.
Wow. Are you? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's just the height, the length coming into play there. No one's stopping Durant.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. Shots good by Turner.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper. First bucket of the day.
The defense just gave him that one, and you talk about starting on a high note. Didn't seem to respect his mid-range J there.
Oladipo outside, stolen by Durant. for the finish, and then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Oladipo outside. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. They set the screen. Collison gets a wide open look. Kept alive by Indiana. A wide open look here for Oladipo. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
He sees he has the room he needs and doesn't hesitate on the catch and shoot jumper, which he shouldn't. I mean, I like when Oladipo is quick with the shot.
Now here's Collison. He's guarded closely, and Durant comes to help. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him. And a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Pachulia against Turner. Pachulia, no luck. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Bogdanovich. A shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And how about the body control by Durant? Takes the hit, but able to adjust. Yet another thing that makes him special.
Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Oladipo with the ball, guarded now by Durant. And that one drops. And it's 6 points for Victor Oladipo.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Pacers trail by 6. Collison kicks to Young. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And, you know, the Pacers looking to go more up-tempo. Higher scoring is kind of how they wanted to play. They went out and traded for Thaddeus Young, and he's been a great fit at the power forward spot.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Thaddeus Young with a player option on his contract after this season. He seems likely to opt out.
Well, I think he's a bargain right now at under $13 million per year. And as crazy as that sounds, that's the reality of the salary landscape we're in. And I would expect him to expect a raise next season.
That one misses. And the Pacers with a lot of scoring on their roster. Clark, how does Thaddeus Young blend into that?
Well, I think he's a scorer. He's a guy who does a lot of the intangibles. What I like about him is he's an excellent cutter. Plays well off the ball, so he doesn't always need it in his hands to be effective.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Turner dishes to Young. Tries again, and the layup is up and in.
You know, those are the plays where you really see Young's quickness off the floor. He's got a great, quick second jump, which leads to second-chance scores.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low-post presence.
Pacers trail by 6. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Oladipo with a screen on Pachulia. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, Greg, and I think it complements the starters when you can have such firepower coming off the bench.
Bogdanovich passes to Young. And a missed layup.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. You got to help him some other ways.
The Pacers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Oladipo misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Here's Young. Another miss by Young.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in Oakland.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
To check out the stats for Green. Since the break, he's been simply stellar, putting up about 10 points a night, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man. He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Young with the ball. Outguarded by Pachulia, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pachulia. Here's Turner. Thompson with the rebound.
Like the shot selection. They couldn't cash in with no defense in the area, but still, they'll take that shot every day and for a month of Sundays.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
It's Durant on the wing. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Kept alive. Pachulia, no luck. Pacers trail by 11. Here's Collison. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Clark, as an analyst, do you feel you view the game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective.
Take a break.
And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Free throw good, Darren Collison.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
And both free throws good for Darren Collison. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Some changes for Indiana. Trevor Booker comes in for Young, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. Tipped away. Shoots from the right block, and Booker with a nice bucket inside. Booker's got his first points of the game.
This is exactly what Booker does. Overpowers the opponent. He has no fear when he's inside like that.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
Yeah, this is a big lead right now, a big one, and they've seized momentum and showing no signs of letting it go.
Joseph has an open look. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 11. Green kicks to Pachulia. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the Pacers really have been one of the more consistent franchises in the NBA over the last 15 years or so. They've not won fewer than 32 games or drafted higher than 10th since 1989. That's a pretty impressive run of consistency.
The free throw drops for Pachulia. And the Pacers always find a way to hold their own, but still searching for that first NBA championship.
Yeah, you know, it's tough for every team, but in a smaller market, they don't feel they can afford to totally tear down the roster with a full rebuild. Indianapolis, as great a city as it is, not a free agent destination, so that makes it tough to build a title contender. You have to do it primarily through the draft and smart acquisitions.
The pass to Joseph. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. And it falls over the rim and in.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Young dishes to Pachulia.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Robinson with it. Picked up by Thompson. And again, it's Indiana.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Count it. Good. Turner's got his second basket of the game.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the knee without thinking twice about it.
And the shot goes down.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
And Nate McMillan, formerly an assistant in Indiana, now the head coach. Do you think it's tough to succeed another head coach that, Clark, you worked under?
I imagine there would be some awkwardness there, but in his case, it wasn't a mid-season transition. It was at the end of a season, so that certainly helps. Frank Vogel simply wasn't re-signed, was not fired, was not replaced, just wasn't re-signed. And I think all of that made it a little easier for Nate.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Warriors.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Booker does a great job not moving when he sets the screen. That's fundamentally sound work there.
West gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Joseph. Lock at 6. Booker is screen on Bell. Baseline try. And Stevenson, the bucket on the assist from Joseph. Stevenson's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Bell, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Young comes over to help. Joseph, the pass to Booker. It doesn't go for him. And Golden State will come the other way. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Good D by Stevenson. Pacers trail by 12. In the corner, it's Robinson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Thompson against Robinson. Thompson with the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away. Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Some solid defense from Robinson.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's Robinson again missing. Warriors leading by 12 to the left wing. Here's Livingston, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact. And anytime you think about the Pacers, really hard to forget their recent dominance in the East now. I mean, in 2013, they were 1 win away from the NBA Finals. In 14, they earned the #1 seed in the East, and then it kind of snowballed south since then.
Thompson comes with the double team. Thompson against Joseph. There's the pick. Off the pick. Does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Stevenson can't hit. Warriors leading by 17. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Shots good from West.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Joseph with the ball. That will count. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back to the action after this word. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too. Not saying I don't. But they're both fans, and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Young is out there with Livingston. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Bell. And it's West in at the center position.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, some great players who can score no matter the situation. With that in mind, who do you think are some of the best finishers right now in a congested lane and in a lot of traffic?
Well, there's only one guy on this list for me. I've never seen anybody do the contorting and the finishing from multiple angles against all size of defender that Kyrie Irving does. He is head and shoulders above any other finisher in the league, in my opinion. Nobody has done it like that guy does.
Shots good from Young.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Booker kicks to Robinson, and Young comes over to help. Stevenson outside, expanding his range, and it's Stevenson again missing. Warriors leading by 21. Iguodala, no good. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 16 feet away, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Stevenson's got his second basket of the night. From 12 feet out, the Pacers pull it in. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. It's stolen by Livingston. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. Shots good from Young.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Turner with the screen. And Stevenson kicks to Robinson. And Young comes over to help. Back to Stevenson. Clock at 6. Feeds to Joseph. The three-pointer, no good. The Warriors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Young. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Joseph kicks to Robinson. Booker outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And it's Robinson that time on the assist from Joseph. Joseph's got his 4th assist in this one. Young from outside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, I like that lean back release. Hard for any defender to get to Young's jumper.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Now for Indiana. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Miles Turner. Bogdanovich comes in for Lance Stevenson. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. Golden State also making some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for West. Kevin Durant comes in for Bell. And Cook subbed in for Young.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Here's Oladipo. Indiana again missing. Warriors leading by 23. Here's Cook. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Green.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Got a piece of it. And here we go with Cook heading to the hoop. That one drops for him.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
Yes, that goes in. Oladipo's got 14 points for the game.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
Here's Young, and Young slams it home.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
The Warriors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Durant drawing the double team, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Iguodala dishes to Durant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Thaddeus Young. Clark, thinking back to all the players you played with, was there one player who you just instantly clicked with on the floor?
Herb Williams was a teammate of mine for 2 years in college at Ohio State, then a couple of years with the Indiana Pacers in my pro career. And he's one of the smartest and best teammates that I ever played with. Had a really good understanding and feel for the game, had a terrific motor, excellent touch, really good athlete for a guy that was 6'11", and is a dear friend. So he was probably my favorite teammate. And, you know, when I went to the Pacers, he had been there the year before and really broke me into the NBA in terms of things that needed to happen off the court to help me be the best I could be. So I'm indebted to Herb for his friendship and his mentorship as I made it from college. Well, actually from high school to college and then from college to the pros.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field, and Durant comes to help. Poked loose. Collison with it, guarded now by Durant. Now here's Livingston. 9 points in the game so far. Shots good by Green.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Smooth sailing for Golden State. Durant for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
With the putback, and Booker able to finish. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And now Durant running the floor, galloping. Oh!
I love that. Yes, indeedy. Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. He has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
jam with Iguodala.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
And here's Young from the arc, struggling getting it in. That's his 7th miss in 9 shots. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Some changes for Golden State. Kevon Looney comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. That'll be a 5-second call. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for Indiana.
And the guards doing what they can to create some offense. Sometimes that's what it takes to climb back into a game. That commitment to share the ball and trust your teammates, it can help you weather some early struggles.
The Pacers shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Young outside to the middle. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And Green slams it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
The Pacers shooting 41% for the game. Oladipo outside. The feed to Bogdanovich. And Durant comes to help. Young passes to Oladipo. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Trains the three-pointer.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Here's Indiana now. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Cook. Plays it in off the breakaway. Cook's got 6 points.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
And defensively, you've got to recognize that threat and make the correction.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Oladipo sets the screen for Bogdanovich. And for 3, Collison. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
The putback. The shot misses. So Indiana will take it the other way. Bogdanovich wide open. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And you let Bogdanovich just catch and shoot like that, he'll make more than he misses of those.
Yep, that one goes.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Now Collison. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin, rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Young outside. He feeds it to Collison. Screened by Young. Fires from the line. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And Collison has a nice stroke, a quirky release, but never going to pass up the mid-range jumper when it's there for him.
And that one's good. Green.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
The Warriors have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season. One shot.
That's good from Durant.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Robinson sets a screen for Stevenson. The kick out to Young. That ball. High speed that time from Stevenson. And it's 8 points for Thaddeus Young.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Stevenson dishes to Joseph. Off target from three-point range.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Turner with the screen. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Klay Thompson. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Free throw good, Joseph.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Bell is checked in for Golden State. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joseph drops them both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
The Warriors have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. First one falls for him. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Pacers shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. right at the free throw line, and that one comes up a bit short. Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Good. Young's got 9.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Joseph. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Beyond the arc. He doesn't hit that one. Here's Bell. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He ended up with 33 points, 2 steals, and 3 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
If there was any question if Kevin Durant is a true alpha dog, the first half answered that. He was aggressive, relentless, and dominant. More than just an elite scorer, Durant deserves more credit for being a two-way player.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana, where the famous Chase Tower stands tall above the city. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half.
Man, excellent patience from Turner close to the basket there. I mean, forced the defense to get a little handsy with him in the paint.
The Pacers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the first one drops.
At 6'11" and 243 pounds, Turner is physically imposing. He's a big man, though, with a delicate shooting touch from outside.
Both free throws good from Turner. Warriors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Pachulia, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Pachulia's got 10 points.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Turner. Now here's Oladipo. He's guarded closely. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's the screen. Collison with it. Guarded now by Durant. And it goes down 2 points. And it's 8 points for Miles Turner.
Exceptional skills for Turner down in the paint. This guy, I think, has the potential to be a dominant player inside for a lot of years.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
One shot behind the lanes.
That's good from Turner. And here are the Warriors now. And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the dunk.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Shots good from Young.
Really good alertness from Young there, who was in perfect position on the catch and shoot.
And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Pachulia. 37 points for Kevin Durant.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Shots good from Young.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No, if anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
And then Durant with the jam.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Bogdanovich with it. Outguarded by Pachulia. Durant against Bogdanovich. No good from Durant. The Pacers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Poked away. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Chalk up 2 there. Durant's got 43 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Pachulia kicks to Thompson. takes the 13-footer, and it's off the back rim. No good. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. They can't let shooters get clean looks from outside, though.
And that one's good. Durant.
Man, he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 14-6 run. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Outside Collison. Good on the three-point shot. Collison's got 7 points in the game.
Outstanding anticipation that time from Oladipo, seeing the floor extremely well and then zipping the pass over to the open man.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
Collison dishes to Oladipo. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Off target from the baseline. Warriors shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. And Durant, here we go. The shot's good.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Young.
One shot.
That's good from Durant.
And one of the best free throw shooters in the game from that forward spot. Durant goes to the line more now than he did earlier in his career.
Here's Booker. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good, Booker.
And Trevor Booker is generously listed at 6'8". We call that a program height. But he is a quick leaper, so he plays bigger than he is. You let him get in close, and he'll punch that ticket on you.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Oladipo, here we go. The kick out to Collison. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Golden State now to the middle. Goes up with it. That one a little long. Larkin, as good as Booker is around the rim, he's looking to stretch his range out beyond the arc.
And that's a wise move for him as a player. Expand your range because you've shown you can make that shot, and I think that just makes him more valuable on offense.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Durant, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Indiana called for the foul.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
Gentlemen, roof shots. Roof shots.
That free throw good from Durant. Some changes for Indiana. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Bogdanovich. Robinson comes in for Oladipo. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And the Warriors also making a change. Young's checked in. And so Durant nails them both. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Back to Joseph. Inside. It's rebounded by Golden State. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. The shot's good on the assist by West. Livingston's got 11.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed, keel, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Booker outside. Booker with the screen for Robinson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
West. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Turner. Booker outside. Here's Joseph. 7 points in the game. Down low. And it's Turner finishing it off.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Turner's gone 6 of 10 shooting tonight from the field. Here's West. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Joseph. And that one is good. 13 points in the game.
Like that execution, Kevin. A successful possession leading to a high percentage basket.
He dishes it to Stevenson. There's the triple. That's good from Joseph on the assist from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 4 assists now tonight. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
You said it, Kevin. He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Booker outside. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. You look at the Rockets. Very strong season they've had. Always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that. Exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, Golden State. They're just sitting 1 spot down right on their heels.
And, well, for the Warriors, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Stevenson inside the three-point line. He's off on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Iguodala's try.
Watch out now. Man, I like the aggressiveness of Iguodala. I mean, remarkable at taking it all the way to the rack.
Pacers shooting right around 46% from the floor in the third quarter. Robinson sets a screen for Booker. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Stevenson's got 7 points.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in. Locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
The Warriors have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kevon Looney comes in for West, and it's Bell in for Durant. And he makes both free throws. Pacers shooting 43% for the game. Booker outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Joseph, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 6 points a night, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Free throw good, Booker.
Boy, I love Trevor Booker's game now. Physical, dependable, consistent, and continues to evolve his game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Stevenson kicks to Booker. Passes it to Stevenson. And it's slammed in by Stevenson.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Livingston, that's good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Joseph. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
This guy is a high flyer, I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Stevenson with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Turner with the screen for Stevenson. Robinson for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Livingston. Joseph with the rebound. And Indiana shooting right around 46% from the floor in the third quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. Joseph's got 12 points in the game. Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Booker. Warriors shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Livingston, that's good.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense, play inside out when you can.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Casspi is out there with Looney. Then there's Nick Young. Then there's Bell. And it's Livingston in at the point. Stolen by Robinson. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Stevenson leading the charge over Casspi. And it's Stevenson missing. Stevenson's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here, shooting 40%. Casspi with the bucket.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
Pass to Leaf. Back to Stevenson. Shoots a 3. Indiana again missing. Here's Casspi. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That's his first foul. Officials have been scrutinized by players and coaches and analysts alike for as long as the games have been played. Clark, just how hard is it to be an official in the NBA?
Kevin, harder than I can really articulate. When you think about the number of calls, the speed and strength and athleticism of the players, the dimensions of the court being such a confined space for 10 extremely athletic, powerful players. All of that speaks to me in this way. The NBA officials are fantastic. Yes, they make mistakes, but all human beings make mistakes, and that human element should always be part of the game. I like technology aiding the officials, but I don't ever want to see us eliminate the human element of officiating.
Bell with it. Jefferson picks him up. Launches it. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
You know, his range and shot quality can go through periods of inconsistency, but Young looked on point there, and when he's locked in, he's dangerous.
Robinson for 3. Robinson missing again. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Goes up the baseline, hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Livingston's got 12 points here in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
There's the dish to Young. Lock at 6. Jefferson setting the pick for Young. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
No, and he slams it one-handed.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Dishes it to Jefferson. Outside Robinson. Drills it from outside.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. That one goes. Count it.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
The Pacers have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And Stevenson kicks to Robinson. Pass to Leaf. Looking for Jefferson. He gets it there. Shot clock at 6. Outside Robinson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Indiana. Then for the Warriors, Pachulia. He's checked in for Bell. And it's Thompson in for Young. Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. A baseline J. The shot by Looney, no good. Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Robinson kicks to Young. 13 feet away. And he comes up with the deuce. The Warriors shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Here's Looney. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Robinson passes to Young. Here's Leaf. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pachulia, no luck. And Indiana shooting about 42% so far. Fires for 3. And the foul on Al Jefferson. That is his first foul of the game. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Pachulia. Pacers with the rebound. Outside Robinson. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Robinson a screen on Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. And it's good for 2.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean. Then he's off to the races.
Well, excellent defensive instincts. I mean, knows exactly when to strike on this end.
There's a good screen to the inside. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Caspi.
Well, I think Omri Caspi has been underappreciated and didn't play much for the Kings last season. Waived by the Pelicans after injuring that thumb, and hard to figure because he can give you quality minutes.
They get it back. West, and the stuff by West.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Out left to the wing. Robinson against Thompson. Jefferson has a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And, you know, this is the type of player Jefferson is, a confident scorer looking to shoot it off the pass.
3 for Caspi. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jefferson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Bogdanovich. Trains the three-pointer.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. You got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
For 3, West. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. And Indiana making a change here. Sabonis is checked in. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Here's Thompson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
I think he's trying this one quite honestly. I mean, it feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can't.
Outside by Bogdanovich. A three-pointer off the mark.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off threes. And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intense physicality on the board.
Sabonis to Jefferson. Indiana move the ball. Young with no one around. From outside off the mark. Over Bogdanovich. Here's West. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been man.
There's the pick. Here's Robinson. Outside Bogdanovich. There's the pass to Robinson. To the paint, and another shot. That's good from Jefferson. The assist by Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists tonight.
Beautiful touch from the center. Jefferson showing just how powerful he is in the paint.
And he is really in his zone right now, playing and scoring with offense.
Pass to Sabonis. Thompson against Robinson. Put up from 15. Sabonis. Great positioning on the putback.
Now what terrific hustle. He got a nose for the rebound.
Great. He's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas. This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Golden State's on 1 of 3 from outside the arc as we reach the fourth quarter. And it's Young at the elbow. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Young's got 6 a quarter.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich. The shooter keeping an eye peeled and open man.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope. Up and in with a one-hand finish. The most basic possible.
Yeah, he still looked good though.
And Young kicks Jefferson. Beautiful dish, and the lane goes down.
Boy, I like seeing the ball get to that spot. It doesn't get much better than that.
It's West with the drive.
David West scoring the ball. Very efficient. A high percentage shooter. Looks for quality shots.
Outside. And Bogdanovich kicks to Jefferson. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's rebound number 13 with that last one. And the dunk by West.
And over the defender with one hand. Outstanding.
Oh, it looked like the D had a good chance to cut it off until he made his move right to the hoop.
Guys, that was a great job of just taking it right at him. Excellent awareness there. Zipping the ball over to the perfect spot to score it.
Iguodala right side. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Robinson. Put a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Golden State's gone 3-6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. There's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go.
Gentlemen.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he worked to maintain that shot.
Shoot 2.
At free throw. When we talk about the importance of what a player can do, how important is it for a player to know what he cannot do?
Very important. Understanding who you are and what your skill set is and how that fits with your team, critically important. Not only knowing, but then embracing your role within your particular limitations, skill set, and teamwork.
He hits the second from the line.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
Robinson for 3. And it's Robinson again missing.
Oh, it's a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way, but he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. It can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
Oh, yeah! And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Bell. Up the floor, here's Young, and the jam by Nick Young.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
Young for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Timeout called the Warriors. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Bell. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's tipped. Livingston kicks it to West. Ready by Bogdanovich. Young with the ball. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you play tonight?
I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time